want to speak on the prime moment in our country. We see there is a call for a national protest from
Il y a un appel pour
youth concerns Nigeria,
des contestations
of course,
nationales
which is our constitutional right
qui fait
of
partie de
those who
notre
want to
droit
protest,
constitutionnel.
a civic right.
Ceux qui veulent gréver,
The Constitution permits you to protest
la Constitution te
in
autorise
accordance
à
to
gréver
the Constitution,
selon la Constitution,
not violating it.
sans violer cela, sans la
Let
l'encontre
me
de
say
cela.
something.
Laissez-moi vous dire quelque chose.
Some people might say there's politics, there's undertone to that.
Certains vont dire qu'il y a de la politique en
I
cela.
don't want to agree with that.
Je ne veux pas être d'accord avec cela.
We are in a trying moment
Nous sommes dans un moment décisif et beaucoup
in
d'épreuves
the history of our country.
dans l'histoire de notre pays.
The price of things have gone up,
Les prix des choses sont en train d'augmenter.
and transport fare, things have suddenly tripled,
Les tarifs de transport ont triplé
and it's telling on the masses.
et ça amène la masse.
Lower it down, please. It's only someone who does not know what is going on that will say people are not feeling it.
Les gens ne ressentent pas cela.
People are feeling it.
Les gens le ressentent.
To me, I see protest as a cry of a baby to a father,
Je
if
vois
done
la grève
honorably
comme
and
un
not
pleur
dishonorably.
Des bébés au père de manière honorable et non déshonorable.
One of the things I like about our current president is that
Ce que
he has a
j'aime
listening
concernant le
ear. Believe me or you
président
don't believe me.
actuel, c'est qu'il
He
écoute,
does.
croyez-moi ou pas, il le fait.
I feel
Je sens,
if we'll look at the decision of the removal of subsidy, which is good, which is
si on
nice.
tient compte de
But you see,
retrait,
the poor man on the street who want to eat 3 square meal, 2 square meal, if at all people can eat 1 square meal,
le pauvre homme à la rue qui veut
doesn't
prendre le
understand
repas
that
3
if
fois
that
et
does not
s'ils amènent
translate
cela,
to a food on the table. Once there's hike in fuel, every other thing goes up.
lorsqu'il y a à manger et qu'il y a de l'essence,
I stand to be corrected
je suis là
if the
pour être corrigé.
price of commodities and things is going high
Si les prix
and the federal
des
allocation to
commodités
governors
sont élevés
is increasing.
et les prix sont en train de monter,
I think we
les
should
tarifs
hold
sont en train de
every
monter.
governor in every state responsible.
On doit tenir
If the federal
responsable
government
tous les
does what they need
gouverneurs.
to do, send money, it's not coming to the normal man.
Alors, si les gouverneurs font ce qu'il faut, ça n'arrive pas vers l'homme
You know,
commun.
when I hear people say, pastors should mind what they say, they should speak about
pasteurs
church and
doivent
spiritual
savoir ce
things,
qu'ils
this,
disent
they
et
should not
qu'ils
get
doivent
themselves
s'occuper
involved in
seulement
politics.
Des choses spirituelles, non s'engager dans la politique.
I think it's crazy to think that
Je pense que c'est fou de
religious
penser à
leaders
cela.
should not lend their
les
voice. We
leaders
are only known when you
Religieux
are
doivent
calling
pas
for
donner leur
peace.
voix.
No.
Ils sont seulement connus quand
As a spiritual leader, I'm lending my
il faut
voice
le faire. En tant que leader
that the
spirituel,
government of the day should do something.
que le gouvernement du jour fasse quelque chose.
If the money for subsidy is going, bringing more allocations to the governors, and we are not seeing the effect, I'm not talking about the government
Si
at
l'argent
the
est
center. I'm
géré
talking
comme
about
il faut,
even the government at the state
et qu'on ne
level.
voit pas cela.
What are you doing with the money,
Qu'est-ce que vous faites avec
SARS?
cet argent?
Then let the poor man not suffer for it.
Que l'homme pauvre ne souffre pas à cause de cela.
I bet you if the price of our fuel, diesel, and the rest come down,
L'essence et
so
le
many
reste
things will
descend.
crash down.
Il y a plusieurs choses qui vont être,
So me,
qui vont se calmer.
it's my own polite way of
C'est ma
saying
manière
this.
polie de le dire ceci.
If subsidizing our fuel will make the poor man at the street eat square meal, now people are turning watermelon to tomatoes. People are turning carrots to tomatoes. People are turning cucumber to tomatoes. It's becoming, nobody should say that they are not feeling it, except you are deceiving yourself. I might be able to eat well, feed well, take care of my family. What about the poor man on the street? Sometimes I wake up and I see my phone full of text, tears. Some people will do video and show their children, they have not eaten. The best thing to do for the masses of this country, bring down the price of fuel, price of commodity will come down, and then it benefits the poor. This 27, 32 billion to this governor, to that does not reflect on the masses. How many trailer of rice will you give to a state that will change? We don't need palliative. We need a decision that will keep the masses in perpetual peace. At least let them be able to feed their family. Nigerians are not beggars. We don't need rice for a day. And after that, we go back again, struggling. We don't need that palliative. A sustenance and a policy that bring people that they will be able to eat, wake up, fend for themselves. I can tell you Nigerians are one of the kind of people that can endure, cooperate with their government. I can tell you that, if not taken for granted. So I'm learning my voice. I started talking about this before this started, that I see something coming. And let me now talk. There's no country I can call my own. I am proud to be a Nigerian. And this is my country. Nigeria is my country. There's no other country I can call my country. This is my country. My father fought Biafra war, went for peacekeeping, and told me what it means to see war. Now I want to talk to those who want to protest. Please, let's deal with issues. Don't be an instrument in the hand of some aggrieved politician who don't see any good by saying that every time it's our turn to eat, it's our turn to loot. I want to beg you, deal with issues. Talk about issues. Don't let them use you to create anarchy in this country. We don't pray for war. We don't pray for anarchy. Please, burning down government establishment that we have used our hard-earned tax money to pay. It's not the way. Destroying facilities of government and we will still come back to build. That's not how to show our grievance. Let's deal with the issue. Talk about the issues. And there is a way to protest and you do it honorably. Honorably. So this, I know we have civilized, educated youth in this country who are concerned. But please don't be borrowed. We don't pray for military this, we don't pray for that. Please go about anything you want to do. I beg you. Don't pray to see war. Don't pray to see anarchy in the country. Don't pray. Don't let anybody use you. Deal with the issues. You don't need to take advantage of this to put our innocent police, soldiers, Air Force, and all our security operatives in danger. They are also husbands and wives to many people. They are putting their life on the line to obey and to make sure there is law and order. You should not know in the name of you want to protest, you now provoke the military people, stone them, loot, burn tire, and enter people's house, loot. That's no longer protest, that's criminality. Please. We should not pray to see war. Are we doing this because I've just mentioned issues that we have in this country. Are we doing this because we are feeling the pain or we are trying to photocopy Kenya? What is the issue? Are we doing it because somebody is sponsoring us? Let's deal with the issues. If our spirits are pure and our demands are honorable, stick on the issues. I'm sure the government of the day
de ces
we reasonably
gouvernements en
respond
place
swiftly,
va
and we will
rapidement
get what we need to
répondre
obtain.
et on va avoir ce
And
qu'on cherche.
I've heard some preachers say,
J'ai entendu des
why
prédicateurs
say
dire,
a government is the will of God? If a government is the will of God,
si un gouvernement est
they
la
will
volonté
not
de
come
Dieu,
in through the back door. You know, there are some
ils vont pas entrer par la porte de
immatured,
derrière.
childish
Il y a des
statement that is made by
enfantillages
some preachers that
qui
does
sont
not
faits
make
par,
sense.
des
You
prédicateurs
might
qui n'ont
not
pas
like
de
the
sens.
government of the day.
Peut-être que tu
It
n'aimes pas le
doesn't
gouvernement en
change it.
place.
That the person have been there. Whether you call it any whatever you want to call it. That person is there. The constitution have recognized that person and is the president and whatever. Let's treat what we have with respect. Simple. Simple. We want to protest, let's protest honorably. And I want to beg our military. It is of no use to kill human being because we want to make a statement with the power of the gun. Let's be professional about how we handle lives and people. Because one simple provocation, it will turn a just defense into something else. Let's be professional. No life is worth taking in the midst of this protest. Nobody should take the life of anybody. Nobody should use bullet on any life. And I beg to disagree that people should not protest when it is their civil right. It's their right to protest and follow it according to the laws of the land. That's it. But please deal with issues. You don't have to call your president name, insult your president, destroy the country image and name. Then you will see all this international outfit trying to present Africa as if Africa is in a bad light. Please, we can do this honorably and talk. Or what is the purpose of the protest? To get a result. Target the result. You don't need to destroy Nigeria because you want to get a result. When a surgeon takes a patient to the theater, they focus on the issue, the tumor, anything they want to take out. You cannot say because you want to cut some part of somebody that have a cancerous attack, then you cut the head, you cut the neck, and cut things that doesn't matter. Let's not branch into angles that does not matter. No building should be burned. Nobody's shop should be looted. There are many Igbos who suffer during this time, looting and so many things. We don't need that. Deal with issues. And if you feel like there is no reason, don't do follow because people are following. If your heart says it's okay, stay at home. I beg you. Don't jump into what you don't understand. You should understand it to do it. And please, if they are giving you money to cause harm, to cause havoc in Nigeria, then you know. When you mother sleep, you will sleep no more. This is your country.
So, my people, I believe we all heard what Prophet Joshua Iginla has to say concerning the situation on ground and the Nigerian government. I'm not coming here to bore you nor say anything that would disorganize you, but I'm just coming here to just give you my own personal opinion after hearing what Joshua Iginla has to say. And honestly, I will commend him for what he's saying. He's speaking nothing but the truth, because I know a lot of haters will come here and say, these are one of the politicians, prophets, pastors. Yes, we understand that some of them has done mistakes in the past, but we are not in a place to actually judge anybody or say that, oh, this person did this person did that. No, it's not in our place. And I beg each and every one of us to be careful the kind of utterances we make in the comment section. I will see people making all manner of this thing. He's actually speaking for the government to do something. And as you all know, today is 1st of August, which the protest is supposed to commence in Nigeria, in some other states apart from Lagos State, because the Oba of Lagos came out yesterday to warn people not to come out to protest. And as I watched it on the news yesterday also, you could see that some hoodlums and some people are protesting that nobody should come out today, being 1st of August, which the protest was set. And a lot of people, a lot of traditional rulers, pastors, men of God are saying that the masses should give the federal government a little bit of time for them to put some things in place, which for me, I feel like they have had 1 year plus to actually make some significant change in Nigeria, which they did not do. And for me, that is just a blow on the face, and you will not make sure that things are put in place. You will not do things to favor the entire masses. You promise a whole lot of things. You are the one that say there is no time to be wasted, and you're still the same person that is coming to tell us that we should give you time. I remember when Jagamba was campaigning, he says that there is nothing like time. So why will he now come with his administration that the entire Nigerian body should give them time? As you all know, a lot of changes were being made here and there for the past 3 days, but he has not even come forward to address the nation, to actually hear the plead of the people or the entire masses, to say that, okay, I understand what you're going through. I'm not going to wave magic overnight and let everything goes back to the way it used to be, or life should be easier, automatic. No, but I'm going to attack this issue, this problem, gradual process, and I need time. Like, come down from your high horse, Oga. Like, stop being proud and pompous, because you are the father of protest back in those days, and now you're trying to make sure that there is nothing like protest in Nigeria. You're trying to cage a lot of Nigerians not to come out to protest because they feel like life is not easy. They do not even feel, let me not use that word. A lot of things are just going south. A lot of things are going bad for Nigeria, for the citizens of Nigeria. You want to talk about unemployment, you want to talk about prices of commodities in the market. It is just too heartbroken for me to actually comprehend. I can't not feed 3 square meal in my home anymore. Not because you don't have the fund, you have to calculate, and the fund is not even there, to be honest with you people. The fund is not there to buy 3 square meal. You go to markets with 20,000 naira, it cannot even feed a family of 5 for a day with 20,000 naira. I used to remember back in those days, 20,000 naira, you can buy a bag of rice for as low as 8k, 9k to 10k. As of 2011, 2010 to 2015, you can buy a bag of rice for 20k. So aside from that, you could buy some other things, buy beef that you could cook for a whole week with 20,000 naira if you're someone that it's very calculative. Because I used to remember back then, my mom would send me to markets with some list, and we'd normally do shopping for the month. We are a family of 4 back then. We're a family of 5. My 3 brothers and I, and then my mom, but my dad wasn't there because he worked outside. So I remember we could go to market with as low as 50k after my mom has made list for me, because I remember we just finished secondary school, and me and some of my friends who, like, once month has ended, we want to go to market ourselves. So you make list, you give it to your parent, they give you the money. Then my mom used to give me sometimes 50 to 60,000 as of 2011, 2010 to 2012. Then you go to market, you buy, you see the kind of things you buy, a whole lot, and then you still have change in your pocket that you come home, you don't give back. So just imagine right now that even half of that money cannot feed for a day anymore. So what has become of Nigeria? And I'm not going to level the blame on Jagaban alone, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu alone, that he is the cause of all these things. I feel like this thing started with President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in as much as he is a good president, but he did some injustice to Nigeria. And I know a lot of people are not going to have it. I'm one of those persons that I don't criticize anybody nor talk down about anybody, but I want to tell you the truth is that President Ebele Goodluck Jonathan, he did a whole lot. If you remember where Ngozi Uwala was kind of like saying a whole lot of things, that one is just a topic for another day. But I'm just trying to tell you that past presidents, they have made the system worse and corrupt for a lot of other coming presidents. But Nigeria is like a national cake between the politicians. So you take yours, I take mine at the end of the day, because I feel like we have about how many 20 billion in our spare money, excess oil back during good luck's time. If you remember, if you can go down memory lane, if you can go back to history, you go and read these things and actually see what I'm talking about. Then when Buhari was coming, I remember people were saying, Baba say dole, Baba say dole, like Buhari was going to come to change the system, fix a lot of things. Good luck was a weakling. And I remember back then when Boko Haram issue was busting out in the north and north central, Good luck didn't say anything. He didn't address anything. Then Buhari came with a promise that he was going to restore a lot of things for people in the north, northwest, north central, and middle belt, because they were facing a lot of hardship and crisis from this Boko Haram. Back then, there was nothing like Fulani herdsmen, and then they kind of voted him in 2015, and then 2015 to 2016, it's like we just went from 100 to 10 at the same time, and then a whole lot of things were just not working at that moment. But what can we say? This is Nigeria, anything is possible. And he said that, oh, when he come for his second tenure, he was going to do a whole lot of things for us. He was going to put a lot of things in place. Which Baba came, he did absolutely nothing. He just went out of office looking younger than when he came, because majority of when he was a president, 90% of the time he was out of the country. You could see that it was Osibanjo that was actually filling his place for him as the president, and he barely addressed the nation. That is one thing I will not take from this our African presidents. I'm not just talking about Nigeria, other parts of Africa also. The president, they don't intend to address issues. When there is an issue on ground, they just overlook it. They just, like, you know what I mean, you understand what I mean. So, but it's very, very bad for them to just treat us the way they want to treat us and just get away with it. I remember that there was some video making rounds on social media, then saying that, oh, these things are just normal things, these things are like this, these things are like that, that he will come and address the nation, he was going to give a lot of goodies, he has a lot of plan in stock. Come on, which plan do you have? You cannot even create job opportunity. Okay, I remember back when he was campaigning, or he was about to be sworn in, and they asked him that, Baba Jagaban, what are you going to do to make life a bit easier for a lot of Nigerian youth? And like in terms of job opportunity, it says that he's going to open portal for soldiers, so let them apply. And they say, oh, with the way the country is actually going, what are they going to eat at the end of the day when they are being employed as soldiers? What would they eat? He say, oh, come on, they're going to chew maize and rogo. You know what rogo is? Cassava. They're going to chew cassava and maize at the end of the day. And you see the living conditions of those soldiers trying to fight these herdsmen. There's no enough weapon for them. There is no, like, their camp, their tent is just so heartbroken. And then you see that these Boko Harams have upper hands and Fulani herdsmen. They could actually defeat them. You see a lot of them losing their life on daily basis, weekly basis. When you see videos of them actually comforting each other, you see that these people have more arms than what the Nigerian soldiers actually have. And when some of them come, they survive and they come to tell their story, before you know, their uniform is being pulled, because they say that they are exposing the federal government of Nigeria. For me, we need to do things. I know that we don't have any other country to call our own. Whether you like it or not, you're going to treat Nigeria as your baby, because you don't have country anywhere that you can say, okay, let me migrate here, let me go to this country, let me go to this country and put my life in order. Then so. Some of us don't have the funds, we don't have the connection, and we don't have someone there that can actually support us or make way for us to travel abroad or go outside Nigeria. So it's Nigeria that I have to call my home, and I'm going to treat it like one. So please, if you are a Nigerian, do it to put Nigeria in your prayer, and also don't give up hope, because I feel like there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And also, as you're going into that particular tunnel, please try to hold your torchlight, because probably you may be shocked on your way to the other side, because that is just the situation. of Nigeria right now, and I don't understand, but I just feel like these people are doing a lot, and this is the time for us to come out to protest. Like he says, if it's a peaceful protest, there's no problem. It's like you have cried, a child have cried to his or her father, and the father is giving he or she a deaf ear. It's normal for you to actually like go and report your parents and say, oh, my father promised me this thing. At the end of the day, he's no longer doing it, and when I talk, he just give me deaf ear. He doesn't listen or pay any attention to what I'm saying. So it's your human right as a child to actually tell your parents to actually treat you better than the way they are treating you if you feel like their treatment it's not good for you. And that is what me I feel in the case of this Nigerian saga right now. And process is a must whether they like it or not, because they are not coming. I remember when I was watching news, that was early hours of the day yesterday, and I hear Samuel Akpabio say that let them come out and protest now. They'll be protesting and we will be chopping. So just imagine the kind of statement that comes out from a minister's mouth. This is a prominent person in the society, but you come to like see all manner of things, you just say trash, which is very very bad. But what can we say? Let's just keep our finger across and see what happened at the end of today. Let's see whether this protest is actually going to yield fruits or not. But I believe strongly in my heart that it's going to yield a lot of fruits, and we're going to benefit from that fruit at the end of the day. So justice to Nigerian citizens, and put an end to bad governance for once and for all. I'll see you in the next one shortly. Please do wait to subscribe, comment, like, share with family and friends so that you don't miss out on any of our content. And also don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified whenever we upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in, and thank you for always watching our video. Bye for now. I'll see you shortly.